Hey, this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum against AEW Dark. This is from October 12th, 2021. We got a short one, 22-minute show total. Yay, America. Only 4 matches. None of them would be categorized as competitive by any stretch of the imagination for the first time. Let's just get into it. And they had a few commercials for different things, but beyond that, no special promos, nothing set up. Clearly, they were caught a little flat-footed with the footage that they've taped and having to spread it around. So Dark gets a short shift this time. Though doing this 2 days after it shows is interesting because then you can look at how many people are watching, and they hit their 200,000 views, which is, just barely, but they hit their 200,000 views, which is what they tend to do for a shorter show, which is actually good. It means people didn't turn away, etc., etc., etc. Now, they've had Darks that were longer, like they had one about a month ago. It was an hour and a half long and just a ton of matches and all of that kind of stuff, and that eventually crawls up to 400,000. But your rate of return here, where you had 8 people wrestling, they didn't have to pile on matches. They didn't have to pile on, throwing 3 people together, 3 enhancement talents to take on the Guns, for example, which is something they may or may not do on Dark from time to time. Really, really great. So you had Andrew Lockhart against the Captain Shawn Dean. So Captain Shawn Dean clearly supposed to win this match and does, basically, picks him up over his shoulder and then flips him down into basically a lung blower. The match is fine. Andrew Lockhart does a good job, and Captain Shawn Dean picking up a win, a rather rare win here. So 3 check marks. Moving on. Ashley Diambois, who looks fantastic here against KiLynn King, who again continues to sort of improve and sharpen her look, obviously putting in the gym time, and she's incredibly tall, which helps her stand out. And I love her finisher. Picks you up like an atomic drop, but then swings you forward onto your face. I think it looks really good. Ashley takes it perfectly, 3 check marks. So we go on to Wardlow against Darian Bankston, whose job it is to get demolished. But we have a little bit here. There's a little bit to this match, so clearly they want to kind of gear Wardlow to wrestling longer matches, not just show off his ability to squash people. So I think that is the move. I think that's a good look. And but of course, Darian does lose here. So 3 check marks. And then finally, Anthony Greene, who I like quite a bit and I met the other day. He's an NXT guy. So I think putting him in the de facto main was smart because he and Evil Uno actually had themselves a nice little match, though it is a foregone conclusion. Evil Uno wins, 3 check marks. Again, this is a blink if you miss it kind of Dark, both in terms of the time, the number of matches, but also the sort of significance of anything that went on here. Nothing was advanced. It was pretty much a forgettable show. The matches were what they were, but without the context and the grounding of having a match or two that has a feud that is kind of ongoing or anything like that, it really just feels like an exercise and doing a show for show's sake.